open sea has always had a unique way of calling out to great souls. On a day in the late 19th century, a young Swiss man, armed with the brilliant mind of French medicine, stood on a ship's deck and gazed out at the hazy arc of a bay. Alexandre Yersin. Nha Trang was not yet a thousand-light city at the time. Somcon was nothing more than a stretch of wild sand, dotted with the thatched huts of poor, weathered fishing families. But it was here, in that profound simplicity, that Yersin discovered something the prestigious academies of Paris could never have given him: peace of mind. He abandoned the rising glory of a scientist's career to construct a small wooden house near the sea. The people of Somcon had no idea they were living alongside one of the world's greatest bacteriologists, the man who discovered the plague bacillus. They only knew Onam, a modest Frenchman who rode around on an old bicycle, loved children, and was always willing to help the poor for free. Along with a physician's heart, Yersin carried the mind of an explorer, restless and hungry to reach places without names on any map. Gazing at the perpetual mist that hung over the western mountain range, he wondered what was hidden behind the magnificent Trongson Wall. In 1893, Yersin ventured into the deep wilderness. It was a fateful journey, a wager with his own life. No trails existed, only dense jungle, malarial mist, leeches, mosquitoes, and the threat of hungry tigers. There were times when death seemed imminent, when the expedition became disoriented in the vast, frosty highland darkness. However, Yersin's iron will and the bare feet of his indigenous guides prevented him from turning back. He documented every branch and stream, drawing the first contour lines of a mysterious plateau that no European had ever mapped. And then, after days of climbing passes, wading rivers, and pushing through the deep forest darkness, at 3:30 p.m. on June 21, 1893, the Langbiang Plateau appeared before Yersin like a dream. A vast expanse of rolling hills flowing in waves, threaded with ancient pine trees singing their wind-borne love song. The air was cold and clear, with the pure taste of undisturbed earth and sky. In that historic moment, Yersin realized he had discovered a treasure. Following this extraordinary discovery, plans for an ideal highland retreat began to emerge, and Dalat, the city of eternal spring, was officially established. Over a century has passed. Dalat, once the wild homeland of the Lot people, has become the promised land of romantic souls. Today, to honor the distinguished French scientist whose life and work are closely connected with Vietnam, especially Dalat and Nha Trang, many streets and institutions bear his name. In Dalat, Yersin University proudly carries his name and preserves his legacy through a tradition room featuring photographs and historical documents about him. Every building, every gentle slope, every wild sunflower blazing open in the morning light, all of it seems to carry the quiet pulse of the heart that first welcomed the world into this place. After bestowing Dalat on the world, Yersin did not choose the glory of the misty city. He returned to the sea, to Sui Dao and Han Ba. He quietly planted the first rubber trees, cultivated the cinchona plant to extract quinine, and thus saved tens of thousands of Vietnamese lives from malaria. He used the proceeds from the rubber sap to support the Pasteur Institute and continue his research for the benefit of humanity. The life of Alexandre Yersin was a long chain of quiet sacrifice, a scientific genius of global stature, yet he lived as plainly and unassumingly as the grass and the trees around him. On March 1st, 1943, Ong Nam breathed his last. Thousands of Songkhan fishermen and poor farmers accompanied him home to Sui Dao, mourning and weeping. His final wish was to be buried face down in this S-shaped land, allowing him to keep the country he had spent his entire life loving close to his chest. Some footsteps are worn away by the dust and passage of time. But the footsteps of Yersin, pressed deep into the earth by love and by devotion, will remain imprinted on the land of Vietnam as long as the land endures.